Welcome to A Vibe Above, your space for deep healing, vibrant energy, and powerful transformation. Here, we explore holistic wellness, sound healing, mindset shifts, and the path to your future self. Every episode is designed to help you tap into the wisdom of your body, elevate your energy, and expand into the version of you that feels fully aligned. Through ancient practices, modern insights, and grounded guidance, you'll uncover the tools that create lasting change, inside and out. You're here to rise, to heal, and to step boldly into the life that's waiting for you. So let's dive in. Welcome back to A Vibe Above. I want to start today with something simple but powerful. So take a breath, land right where you are, feel your feet, place a hand on your body if that helps you arrive. Because here we are mid-year. The second half of the year has begun. And before we rush forward with goals and plans and ideas, this moment is sacred. It's your opportunity to pause and ask, where am I now? How do I feel in my body, in my energy, in my life? Back in January, maybe you made intentions. Maybe you felt clear, or maybe you weren't sure what the year would bring. You are the future self of who you were 6 months ago. Every decision you made, every emotion you processed or didn't, even choice to rest, to show up, to let go, it's all part of who you are right now. So instead of waiting for the right time to reflect, or thinking you need a new planner or a big shift, let's make this the moment. What's working for you? What's out of alignment and draining your energy? What do you want more of? Not just in productivity, but in how you feel day to day. This has nothing to do with judgment, but a lot to do with honesty, loving honesty, the kind that leads to clarity and empowered choice. Because the version of you that you're becoming 6 months from now, they are counting on your awareness today. Take a moment, wherever you are, as long as you're not driving, and close your eyes if you can. Let yourself imagine something simple but powerful. It's January 1st, 2026. You're waking up with clarity, peace, and purpose. What does your morning look like? What does your body feel like? Is it light, strong, supported? What's already in motion? Maybe it's a business expansion, a new income stream, or a move towards deeper soul-fueled work. What kind of people are around you? Supportive, empowering, energizing? Now, here's the magic in all of this. That version of you is already sending signals back to you right now. And the more you tune in, is the more you will walk their path in the present. And it's not because of effort, but it's from being aligned. They've already done the hard things. They've already said yes to better habits, clean boundaries, and nervous system support. They've let go of old beliefs around money, health, worthiness, and time. And they didn't get there by accident. They've got there by making micro choices that added up to a frequency shift. So let's flip the lens. What did that 2026 version of you begin shifting in the summer and fall of 2025? What got dropped? What got prioritized? What actions became non-negotiable? Not out of pressure, but because they felt like truth. Maybe it's starting a morning ritual. Maybe it's asking for support without feeling guilty. Maybe it's finally getting serious about what's going on in your body and on your skin. Maybe it's healing your relationship with money. Not always chasing it, but welcoming it with new energy. Because this second half of the year, it's your portal. It's not a hustle. It's not a time to start over, but it's a time to become who you already are on purpose. So as we move into the next segment, I want to invite you to see this next part of the year not as a burden or some big to-do list, but as a bridge between who you've been and who you are becoming. Okay, so now that you've connected your vision for 2026, let's ground into something tangible. We're going to walk through 5 key pillars: life, business or purpose, health, money, and relationships. And I want you to use this not as a checklist, but as a reflection. A loving moment of truth between you and your future self. Noticing what's working, what's stretching, what's asking for your attention. Let's begin with life. Is your day-to-day aligned with what's actually lighting you up? Are you making space for rest, play, and presence, or only for productivity? What's one thing you've kept putting off for later that your future self would have made space for by now? Sometimes the soul work isn't about doing more, it's about choosing more intentionally. Now let's look at business and purpose. Are you doing work that reflects who you are now, or a version of you from 3 years ago? Are you creating in alignment with your gifts, your message, your energy, or are you still molding yourself to what sells? If you're building a business or stepping into a calling, this is the season to anchor into purpose with profit. Your future self doesn't burn out because they've structured life around what matters. All right, next we're going to look at health. How do you really feel in your body? Are you sleeping? Digesting correctly? Moving without limitations? Nourishing on a foundational level? Your body is your frequency holder. It's not about perfection or size. It's about vitality, clarity, and trust. What's one supportive practice or product your future self would already be consistent with? Let's talk about money. Where are you holding stress, shame, or judgment around money? Are you treating it like a partner or a problem? Do you trust yourself to receive and circulate it with alignment? Money responds to energy. Your future self does not obsess over money. They've shifted how they hold it energetically. And it's not about having millions. It's about having peace around it. What would change if you treated money like a frequency to align with, not just a resource to chase? How do you think it would show up for you? And lastly, let's look at relationships. Who uplifts your energy and who dims it? Are you surrounded by people who reflect your future self or your old self? Are you building intimacy, truth, and expansion in your connections? Sometimes the most powerful upgrades happen in who we allow to sit at our inner table. Take a moment to scan those 5 areas. You don't need to change everything, but you do get to choose one shift that brings you closer to who you're becoming. Your job isn't to do this perfectly. It's to be honest with yourself, because that's where your power lies. So you've reflected, you've connected with your future self, you've noticed where the friction is and where the potential lives. Now let's talk about integration, because all the vision in the world means nothing without embodiment. What would it look like to live like your future self today? And that's not perfectly. It's not with a 10-step plan, but it's being energetically aligned. That version of you waking up on January 1st, 2026, they're not waiting around for life to get easier. They're taking small, grounded steps. They're living like someone who trusts themselves. And guess what? You don't need to wait until you feel ready or inspired. You just need to choose differently once, then again, and then again. Here's what that may look like. Drinking water with the intention to nourish, not just hydrate. Saying no to somebody draining, even if it feels uncomfortable. Choosing food or products that support your body instead of depleting them. Pausing before a purchase and asking, am I buying from alignment or avoidance. Because the little shifts compound. They rewire your nervous system. They build your self-trust. They magnetize more of what you want with health, ease, clarity, even money. And speaking of that, I want to gently say this. Money is just one expression of energy. When you upgrade your frequency by healing your body, shifting your mindset, choosing clean support, money begins to flow differently too. Not from grasping, but from alignment. Not from hustle, but from harmony. I've seen it firsthand. How my own shifts in health created ripple effects in how I earn, how I receive, how I invest. And I'll be honest, I've been using holistic tools that have supported me in powerful ways. I've released inflammation. I've shed weight, not just physically, but energetically. I've had deeper rest, steadier energy, clearer thinking. And that's why I believe so deeply in the path of alignment. Because when your body feels safe, your vision gets louder. When your mind is clear, your creativity flows. When you support yourself intentionally, everything rises to meet you. So here's what I want to leave you with. Choose one thing today that your future self would be proud of. Let this next season of the year be a devotion, not to productivity, but to alignment. Know that you already have what it takes, and you don't have to do it alone. So let's take a breath together, because you've done something most people avoid. You've looked at your life with loving honesty. You've visited your future self. You've scanned your core pillars. And hopefully, something inside of you stirred. That stirring, yep, that's the alignment. And as we close this episode, I want to remind you, you don't have to change everything. You just have to start responding to the truth that's rising within you. Your body knows. Your energy knows. Your future self is already guiding the way. For me, this path hasn't been about perfection. It's been about presence, about choosing tools, products, people, and practices that actually support the version of me I'm stepping into. And I've seen what happens when we do this from the inside out. Inflammation disappears, weight releases, not just physically, but yes, also emotionally. Sleep deepens, money flows differently, opportunities show up with ease, and in ways I never would have ever thought was possible. Life starts responding to the real you. That's why I'm so passionate about not just sharing this message, but creating a movement, a space, a healing center that blends spiritual practices with holistic tools. A space where people feel seen, supported, and activated to become their healthiest, most magnetic selves. That's the energy behind my Future Self program. It's not just a course, it's a return to who you came here to be. And if something inside you felt that spark today, whether about health, money, purpose, or all of it, I'd love to support you. No pressure, just invitation. Because if we are all going to rise, it starts with the way we treat ourselves now. I look forward to connecting with you on the next episode. And until then, keep rising above. Many blessings.